Okay, E, we have some breaking news coming from the New Orleans Saints organization. Linebacker coach Joe Vitt, defensive line coach Bill Johnson, and special teams coordinator Greg McMahon have all been fired by the New Orleans Saints. Do you like this move?
Well, I think it's a move that had to be made. You look at the history of football. Basically, a head coach has some of his assistants if they feel like he's not doing a good job, pretty much.
Right.
So you have to get rid of his assistant. Then you have to give him some time. If that doesn't work, I mean, you know what's next. You know the axe falling, and you know that pretty much came from either that came from upstairs or that came from the GM.
Right.
So basically, I think they said, I think it's about time for you to, shake things up.
Yeah.
And basically, a coach, if you're not winning, basically you get a lot of the blame.
Yep. That's true, man. I think that is a good move too. I think it's been a long time coming, especially coming from linebacker coach Joe Vitt. I think that he should have been gone. I think that it was just the fact that he was friends with Sean Payton was the reason why he's been there for as long as he has. Let's be honest about this, E. Joe Vitt has never developed a linebacker, okay? He's been a linebacker coach since 2006, since the Saints new team came in, with Sean Payton. He came in with those guys. And he has never, ever developed a linebacker. You can talk about Jonathan Vilma, you can talk about Scott Shanley and Scott Fajita, but those guys were free agents that came off the street. I have never seen Joe Vitt develop anybody. And let's be honest about this also. Let's look at Greg McMahon. When was the last time the Saints actually ran back a touchdown? I mean, okay, last year with Marcus Murphy, okay, that's fine, but what have they done, man? What have they done that was significant from the time that Greg McMahon was the special teams coordinator? Absolutely nothing. I think that it was time for these guys to go, okay? It was time for these guys to leave, man. Sean Payton had to make a decision. He had to look at it. I know these guys were his friends and these were his buddies, and this was the nucleus of guys that he made a championship team with. But honestly, man, when you're coaching in the National Football League, you got to put friendships aside, man, for the greater good. The greater good is to win football games. And the New Orleans Saints have not been successful doing it. So you had to shake things up. It came down to if you were going to keep these guys or you was going to keep your job. And Sean Payton chose the job. So I can't get upset with him about that. But it was just time for these guys to go. Now the Saints can go in a direction where they can go out here and get some young, hungry coordinators, guys that probably are not unproven. They can get on this coaching staff and they can prove themselves to say, hey, we belong in this league and we can develop players and we can possibly be head coaches one day.